Hey, don't blame OnlyFans. Kevin Samuels told y'all that winter is coming. This OnlyFans stuff is going to run its course. Now it's about to do so. What you going to do about it? Walk with me. What's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in again to the Growth Network. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that every time I drop a video, you will be the first to be notified. Today I want to talk about a story that's been a hot topic the last couple of days, and it's about OnlyFans. It's changing the content that they allow on their channel beginning on October the 1st. And it's got a lot of content creators upset. But what I'm going to do is try to explain to you guys why they really don't care what you think. And now, this story comes out of the Vice website. I'm gonna hit a few notes and then give you my take as I go along. Like I said, this story come out the Vice website, and the title of that story is "I Felt Betrayed." OnlyFans creators scramble to adapt to imminent ban. Also, this story will come out of the MSNBC website. I'll leave the link in the description box so y'all can read it for yourselves and do y'all research so y'all get a better understanding of what I'm saying. So what it says here is that OnlyFans will ban quote-unquote sexually explicit content starting on October 1st. The announcement was made on this past Thursday, and the decision was made following pressure from banking partners and payment processors. Now, what we got to understand is, let's talk money. Wise man once said, you know, if you follow the money, it'll lead you to all the answers. So this story is no different. Now, let's look at a few of the statistics. It says OnlyFans claims to have over 130 million users with 2 million content creators. They generated $375 million last year and expect to hit $1.2 billion this year and $2.5 billion by the end of 2022, which is next year. He also says 300 OnlyFans creators earn at least $1 million annually. 16,000 make at least $50,000 annually. So why change the format? So let's do a little money. Let's count a little money. If you look at the grand scheme of things, each creator, even with the ones making $1 million and ones making $50,000, each creator on average brings in $5,300 a year in revenue. That's if you just only, that's if you just said all the money came in from the creators. But then we're not talking about sponsors, product placements, things of that nature, investors and things like that. If it was only content creators, and if that's what they were making, if that's where if that's where the only revenue came from, that's how much each would bring in, which tells you that actually they bring in a lot less, because you have, like I said, you got sponsors, you have like companies that place ads in some of these videos, or on some of these tabs on these pages. So that's where a lot of your revenue come in. So I'm thinking maybe each creator may only make a couple of thousand, bring in only a couple of thousand a year. I mean, to be honest. And say also, OnlyFans only charge 20% of your revenue compared to other companies or other sites that may charge anywhere from 30% on up. depending on the page, like, Patreon or YouTube or whatever else platform that people may use. And also, you got to understand too that OnlyFans is more than just a sex site. They actually present different types of content. You got musicians, you got bakers, you got people that build stuff pretty much like YouTube, pretty much like Patreon. So there's nothing different. It was just that OnlyFans allowed explicit content to be put on their website. So that's what drew a lot of sex workers. And a lot of sex workers, as bring a lot of revenue, because as we know, sex sells, murder sells, controversy sells. Anything that stimulates the senses more than the baseline stimulation is bound to make money, attract, different customers. Now, also, what you get to understand is a lot of these banks and these investors do not want to be associated with sexually explicit content, really due to the fact that a lot of times these sites like Pornhub, which like lost investors, they say, a few years back, because they was accused of promoting and showing, sexual content with minors. And whether it's true or not, you know how it is. People don't even want to be associated with that, even if there's no evidence for or against. People want to back away from that because nobody wants to be part of that scandal. Nobody wants to be part of the lawsuit. Nobody wants to lose revenue. And you can understand that. Let's say, like, if someone is accused of, let's say, doing something inappropriate to a woman. Let's say a guy, they say he harassed a woman, sexually harassed a woman. And, he's accused of that, whether he did or didn't, or whether there's no evidence, people are going to disassociate themselves from him. And it's not fair, especially if he's innocent, it's not fair. But unfortunately, that's the society we live in, is that we can't trust people to, one, behave around other people, and two, we can't trust people to tell the truth. So instead of people just, saying, hey, innocent until proven guilty, which is basically what our laws were supposed to be initially based on. Now it's like guilty until proven innocent. But if you want to bring a racial aspect into it, that's what a lot of our people, have been going through since the inception of this country. You see a lot of brothers that's in jail for crimes they didn't commit, or getting sentences for minor crimes compared to other races, other ethnic groups. We're pretty much prepared for that type of for that type of thought process, insinuation or whatever. So, like I say, banks, investors do not want to be, associated with content that may or may not involve trafficking of adults or minors, or content where people may not willfully doing things against their will for money. Because something like this, you really can't tell. I mean, this business, truthfully, you really can't tell a lot of times if a person is doing this type of work willingly. Now, I'm not here to speak on the moral code. Some of my videos, I've brought scriptures into it, and moral, try to add a moral compass to this, but this has got to a point where it's not even, you can always bring it to a video, but right now I don't think this is not the point I'm trying to make. Because on that point, I think it's crazy when you look at this article, how people talk and how they feel like, they've been done wrong, and they can't believe that OnlyFans has turned their back on them. These guys have tried, talking about they have built, make a lot of money, they pay their bills, feed their children, bought houses, buying houses, all of that on his OnlyFans site. And now they're upset because it's being taken away. But you're doing something that really, I mean, I said I wasn't gonna do this, but scripturally is like, shouldn't be put out in public. You know, what you do in the bed, how you do in the bed, who you do in the bed with, should be between the two people that is involved, or however many people involved, consensually. It's not supposed to be put out there. And this is why we have problems with, you know, these videos, how, you know, the music, where these videos show scantily clad women or women insinuating sexual acts, you know, on the radio, on video, you know, in, you know what I'm saying, any time of the day, any time that the kids could be at home, you know, and we know that is not right. We, you know, when I was growing up, these type of videos would be on BET after dark. You know, or you know, late Friday nights or late at nights, you see these videos of hear this type of rap music, or you know, music or have you late at night, not throughout the day. And it wasn't as bad as it is now. Back then, they had clean versions and it had dirty versions. The clean version you would hear on radio, and it could be a whole different topic from what the adult content version would be of the song. But again, they knew to separate it because they knew kids would be listening to the music, so they don't make it kid friendly. Now they don't care. They want kids to think like adults, act like adults. Kids don't have the mind of adults. Adults don't have a mind of an adult. But anyway, let's get back on topic. So, like I said, they're upset because they're losing revenue. But again, the problem is you're small money. You're a little money. And let me hit you. Let me tell it to you like this. Let's talk about, again, let's bring a racial aspect to it. Neighborhoods, redlining, red taping, housing discrimination. When you have affluent white neighborhoods, and then you have Aboriginal people wanting to move into that neighborhood, moving out of, and I'm just talking about our people, I don't know anything else about any other race or ethnicity. But then our people try to move to an affluent neighborhood. They won't allow us to create our own neighborhoods. They wouldn't, give us the same loans that they would give the Anglo-Americans. Or if we even had the same house, our houses were, and are still, a lot of times appraised for lower values than the people that stay in our neighborhood with pretty much the exact same house in the same neighborhood. And so we get upset because why can't we do what everyone else do? We work just as hard in whatever we do, but they have us, they stick us with a stigma of, we're gonna bring the neighborhood property, we're gonna bring the property down. This is just all in their head now. We can get out here, mow this yard, keep the hedges trimmed, keep the houses clean, the walls washed, things tear up. We can have the same people come in and fix it. We do the same thing that they do, if not better. But yet, there's a stigma that if Aboriginal family move into an Anglo-American neighborhood, the property value is gonna go down, so it automatically goes down. So we're like, why can't, like I said, so with that stigma, to them, again, it creates, they believe one thing, so they're like, we're not gonna be associated with that. So if they move here, we're gonna move out because we need to keep our properties up, because we're gonna use our houses as investment tools. We're gonna use our houses to help pay for our kids to go through college, and use our houses for the help with our retirement, take out low interest loans if we need to get, equity on our house. We move these, these colored folk into the neighborhood, it's gonna bring our property down. We can't have that. So we gotta disassociate ourselves with them. But like I said, it's not true, because just like we have bad apples, every other ethnicity has bad apples too, and we have just as many good people, and people that's trying to do right, just as any other ethnicity. They just don't want to deal with us. So it's like I say, we understand, And we get it, and we know we don't understand. I mean, we understand it is what it is. We don't understand why they think that way, but we don't care. We got to the point in the life where it's not about, you can't focus on why people do what they do. You just have to understand that that is the way the world is. So you have to learn how to adjust your life accordingly. So if you're a sex worker and OnlyFans is shutting you down, you can't sit there and cry saying they're taking your money away. How can they do that? We bring OnlyFans a lot of money. Again, you're bringing pittance to a big company. This company got bankers and investors that's backing this website. They're not worried about your little money. So another example, like the NFL, Nike, Colin Kaepernick, all this stuff, the Black Lives Matter whole movement. Now, NFL stating, hey, when the whole Colin Kaepernick thing came out and he said he was going to kneel, and so you had people who was like, I'm not going to watch the NFL if they allow these boys to get out here and kneel. And you got owners saying we're gonna fine or even suspend these players if they kneel and disrespect the flag, even when they say that it's not disrespecting the flag, it's trying to bring awareness, because nobody's burned the flag, nobody's cutting up the flag, nobody's wrapping the flag up and setting, you know what I'm saying, and dousing it with kerosene, not even touching the flag, but they said disrespecting. But yet, the NFL said owners and everybody was against what Colin Kaepernick was doing. How were they able to get away from that? Because the fans who were buying the big dollar tickets, who were buying the suites, who were buying the 50-yard line tickets, paying thousands of dollars for those upfront tickets, paying thousands of dollars for suites, paying 30 years licenses. That's good old boy money, most of it. And them guys are like, if y'all back this mess, quote unquote mess here, we're not coming to the games. You can't lose that big money at the football games. So the NFL owners were backing that. Because if it really didn't come down to the money, they wouldn't care what happened. You remember back in the old ABA days when they say there should be fights in the stands at the basketball games and players fighting, fans fighting, assaulting people. Sure, they didn't care because it brought excitement to the game. But once you hit the different demographic of people, rules change. Rules change. So with the Colin Kaepernick thing, the NFL wasn't gonna stand for it, wasn't gonna let Colin Kaepernick back in. But then let's move over to Nike. Nike knows that the athletes are the ones that bring in the revenues from the fans. They know that Michael Jordan is selling millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars, $1 billion worth of shoes, and hadn't played basketball in damn near 20 years, but he's still making Nike that money. They know that Colin Kaepernick got a big following among the young demographic who are trying to move away from that old bigoted racist ideology. They know that if they back Colin Kaepernick, sign him to a contract, they know they signed LeBron James to a contract, and Kobe Bryant and anybody else, that demographic from 15 to 40 are going to buy those shoes. So Colin Kaepernick, they can sign him to a contract to sell $100 million. They know they can make 100 million, they can make 1 million shoes and put them out for $200. And they know them shoes sell out in a matter of seconds. They can make jerseys, 1 million jerseys, and sell them for $50 to $75 a pop. They know they would sell out of that jersey in a matter of seconds. So you done spent a few $1 million. You done paid him in $100 million, but he's about to make you $500 million in about 10 minutes. Who do you think Nike is going to back? Who do you think they're going to censor? Because they're going after the people that love to watch sports and to play sports. That's just what I'm saying about following the money. So with all you people that's mad about OnlyFans, again, y'all bring in a lot of revenue, but y'all don't bring in that advertising money. Like with the NFL. NFL has, have contracts with these TV companies. $500 million, TV country. NFL making billions of dollars every year. They not worried about them people that stand up in them $20 seats in the end zone. No, they are going to try to appease the ad people. And as long as the people who do the ads, the companies that put ads on the TV shows, on the TV channels, aren't bothered by anything, going to continue to support the NFL whichever way they go, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. They're not going to be swayed by protesters and people say they mad and I'm going to turn the TV off and watch it. Whatever, they done made their money. Like I say, big money. Yeah, I can go buy a jersey here and there, buy football here and there, do something like, turn on your little old TV with your little $200 a month cable bill that they probably only getting a few cents per month from that. Nah, they got bigger money that they have to appease, not you guys. So, like I said, in the OnlyFans, your content creators, yeah, y'all might OnlyFans might have brought in $353 million last year, but trust me, $353 million is not the revenue that the content creators, that these adult these sex workers brought in. It's everything. Like I say, it's advertising, it's regular people. Like I say, it's regular content that people have, things that go viral. That's what brings in your big money. Look at YouTube. YouTube ain't going nowhere. YouTube make a lot of money. Ain't no sex workers on there. You see what I'm saying? And that's what OnlyFans is banking on. And they also have celebrities who have channels on OnlyFans, and they don't sit there and put up sexual content. They may do seductive content, or content that may seem sexual in nature, but not actual sex acts, nudity, stuff like that. Because I got enough fans that'll sit there and pay for pictures that you can probably Google, but it's the experience. People just thinking they're getting something exclusive. So again, sex workers can't get upset. But anyway, my final point is, nothing lasts forever. Nothing that you do lasts forever. Especially if you're in this sex business, you got to understand. Let's say you young 20, maybe in your early 30s, and in this business, it's not going to sustain you in your 50s and 60s and 70s. So if you're not investing your money, if you're out there buying, expensive items, cars, purses, even houses, and you don't have anything set aside, you don't have another stream of income that you can rely on, use this income, this OnlyFans income, to increase your portfolio, get you a few hundred thousand, hell, $1 million. Set that son gun in an investment account. Watch that money grow. The IRA or what have you, IRA or Roth, IRA, and let that money grow. You just leave that alone, and then, use your other source of income to pay bills. If you're not doing that, man, that's on you. You can't blame nobody else. Man, you got athletes, you got entertainers that show you all the time that these cats get out here and flash and buy stupid stuff, and in a matter of years, they're broke, don't have money, because they didn't invest in businesses like your Rick Ross and his Wingstop, or your Nipsey Hussle trying to invest in California, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in LA, in Compton, or what have you. Cats, these people invested. Jay-Z, invest in trying to start businesses that that bring in money besides rap. Kobe Bryant invested in technology and stuff like that. I mean, you can't rely on one income. I know that as a regular person. I have, a job or a career where I can pay my bills, but I also have businesses on the side to where I can try to build residual income and, save and invest it, reinvest back in the business so that it'll grow in years. So in the future, when I know that I can no longer do my career, I still got other money, sitting out there, not relying on a little old 401k that won't sustain me if I live 20 years past my retirement. You got to be smart about it. And like I say, sex workers it's nothing different. I mean, should you make a lot of money up front, you need to save that money, because like Kevin Samuels told you, winter is coming. That OnlyFans is going to run its course, and when it runs its course, UPS or even the post office will still be hiring. Nobody but a lot of these these OnlyFans models didn't want to hear that. They was just mad because of who said it and how he came at them. He came at you real, he came at you raw, but he told the truth. It made a lot of people mad. But the thing about it is, what he said is coming to fruition just months later. One thing you can say about Kevin Samuels, and a lot of brothers out there now putting out content on YouTube trying to teach people, man, we've seen the world. We've seen a lot. Kevin Samuels older than me. I've seen a lot. And I try to tell a lot of young people, even people my age, around about my age too, older people too, they don't know. Try to give them words of wisdom. They can take it, and also hopefully they'll take it, but they can take it or leave it. It's up to them. And once you get a certain age, that's what you believe in. You believe in passing on information to help people in their lives, because you want to leave a legacy that you actually did something positive for people, that once you're gone, that could be remembered. Not just the crazy things you did, the silly things you did, the sex videos you made, or the accolades in sports in high school. You actually made a difference. So Kevin Samuels is doing that. He's putting out information, trying to guide men as well as women, trying to tell everyone, try to explain to people how the world works. A lot of folks don't want to hear it and they get upset, but you can't deny that what a lot of brothers are saying are the facts. So, hey, that's my video for today. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel about this OnlyFans changing their format in about a month or so. Hey, they gave you time to change it, so they can't really get mad and say, hey, by the way, I'm gonna need you to move out the house in about 2 weeks because we done sold it to somebody who's paying 30% above market value. So we're selling the house in like 2 weeks. So you got 2 weeks left. No, they gave you a good month and a half to figure something out, to find another easy way to make money. So you just need to take it for what it's worth and just move on. But like I said, tell me what you think. Leave your comments below. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Support the channel. Go to the link below, description box below. Hit the links to the website to get some merchandise. We got your own YouTube channel. You're trying to grow that channel. Hey, hit the link below. Hit that, hit that TubeBuddy link. Sign up. Like I said, it'll help you run your channel a lot smoother than what you're probably doing, what you do on your own. Also, with the CashApp, you can hit that if you want to make a donation. But until next time, I leave you the same way I came to you, in peace, and y'all take care.